today's exclusive. This is our roundtable in which we discuss everything that has happened between the conception of this idea and project to this very moment. Just to recap, for those that don't know, the three of us were at Neil's house drinking wine and eating, and Rix, you actually, I think, were the first person that proposed this idea, which was funny because at the time when I was working, I'd always listen to Man Cow in the morning. I always thought, how great would it be to have a radio show or just to sit around and talk? And then, sure enough, a couple weeks later, what did you say to us when we were at Neil's?
We should do a talk show.
Yeah.
A YouTube podcast or whatever.
That was September, if I remember correctly, that was like September 7th. That was that was a Monday or Sunday, I think.
Seminal moment. Yeah, and I mean, my life dramatically shifted in a way that was trying to sort of find a path forward in life, and I was thinking to myself, well, I mean, the conversations that we've always had between the three of us have always been entertaining and engaging, and if you guys end up checking out the exclusive on the conversation about drugs, you can see that's typically how our conversations normally go. Yeah. Relatively uncensored, relatively just ignorant as they may be. And I'm not just talking about you, my friend. I'm talking about all of us.
Not me. I listen. I sit and listen to everybody.
No, I mean, you listen for sure. But I think that, there's something valuable to be gained, especially considering the diversity of perspectives that are sitting around this table right now, and the things that we're all bringing to the table. And the fact that you guys were on board to actually do this, I was a little surprised. I didn't know what the reaction would have been, because it's different, and it's been quite a steep learning curve, but it's been...
Oh, for sure. I remember, do you remember when so this was September, we came up with this idea, and then it was just a couple weeks later is when we got all the equipment, and then we came up with our guest lineup, a rough idea of who we wanted, and I thought it was so funny how we were so ambitious, like, oh yeah, and then we can release it, the day before Thanksgiving. And our first interview was the first weekend of October, I think.
Something like that.
And then, like you said, there's a steep learning curve. You don't realize all the different crap that comes up. And then I'm so happy that we pushed it off until the middle of January.
Yeah, because that would have been an absolute disaster. Yeah, there's a lot to try and learn. I mean, anywhere from the tech equipment to knowing how to edit video and all that. Yeah. I mean, and we're still learning.
Because none of us, aside from a very small amount of time that's been spent on this stuff, you've done video editing before, and I've done that a little bit before, but none of us have any experience doing anything that we're doing on a professional level or even semi-professional level.
No higher education in these fields or anything like that.
What else do we need? Oh, lights. Yeah, we need some lights.
What do studios have?
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. It's I really like what we're doing. It's pretty awesome to do something like this with your friends, guys you've known for a very long time. The most fun I've had doing this is just getting to interact with all of our guests, like reaching out to people from high school and the artists I've met.
I have to say, I am surprised how many people were actually willing to come on this show. Yeah. I mean, for a show that who we were very ambitious with our guest list too. We tried to get a guy named Dr. Umar Johnson.
Dr. Umar Johnson, who said yes to it
without having anything like even in the hopper. We hadn't done anything yet.
I remember that was just like Neil had called him and left a voicemail or two, and at that time we hadn't even set up the equipment he was kind of jumping the gun, but it was good to try and take the opportunity, but I don't even think we had all the equipment yet. I think it was being ordered on Amazon.
We didn't have a studio. We didn't have a logo.
Yeah,
we had a name.
But that's how you make things work. You do something, even if it seems impossible or you don't know what you're doing, and then once that is acquired, then you figure it out.
Yeah, and I mean, even our first unofficial taping, which we may release at some point.
That was great.
We ended up going to Glendale Heights Public Library and literally taping up an iPhone at
We
the
were
top of the wall.
That was good. Just
talking about, what did we talk about? We talked about what?
we talked
Sexual
about
assault?
something that three guys talking about something that they have no like experience in, just sounding like a bunch
Qualifications
just sounding
to talk
zero qualifications, zero credibility in anything. Just three jackasses in a room talking on camera about something they know nothing about.
Y'all,
But it was still
y'all
it
were
was
the, y'all
fun
were the
though.
jackasses.
It was
I
still
was
fun
the-
though.
It was a lot of fun. It was especially fun having the librarian continuously come and knock on the door and ask us to keep quiet. She's like, what are you
Yeah.
guys
Oh,
doing
man,
in
that
there?
got intense.
We're trying to start a YouTube show. She's like,
We
trying
recorded
to?
it
I was like,
with Rick's iPhone, and there was like a whiteboard or something, and you angled it and we taped it.
That's
on.
right. Yep.
And then it like stopped taping because someone
because
got a phone call.
I got a phone call, and so
or
it
something
stopped
like that.
halfway through, and I
Yeah.
had to go untape it and then restart it again.
But that was a seminal moment. Every moment that's happened it kind of makes everything more real. Like when we were in the library, like, oh wow, we just had our first like discussion, and then like, oh wow, the equipment's here.
Yeah.
And then even like, oh man, we've done a couple recordings. And then the biggest I think was when we did Swank PR Media Day on. It was December 29th, and we show up, and we were trying to figure out, like, what can we bring can we just bring the cameras? Do we bring the mixer and like how is it set up?
Yeah.
And these were things that you and I were thinking about, and Neil and Dom would never like. Oh no, it's cool. No, it's okay. No, we want details.
Let's
So
actually
we're like,
figure
okay,
out what
screw
we're
it.
doing ahead
Let's
of
just
time.
bring everything,
Yeah.
and we're the most
we
professional
literally
looking people there.
packed up our entire studio.
People came to us to get an interview. The
Yeah.
lights, man, that's what did it. The lights.
It was the banner. I thought it was the banner.
No, the banner too. Yeah, and
Because you had ordered the banner, and that just came in right
the banner
before.
and business cards came in. It's like, oh wow, and then we set up at Fleetwood downtown, and then everything. It was like, oh man, it just reaffirmed everything that we're doing is we're on the right path.
we were just the total package. We had a great setup, great minds, great personalities, and yeah.
That's when we went after that event. That's when we went live on social media.
Yeah.
That's right. Which has been an adventure in itself.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness, social media.
We got. I mean, we were up to. Well, I remember when you were like, "Oh, we got 8 subscribers," and I didn't say anything. I was like, "Yeah, big deal." And now we're at over. Now it's 256 or 257,
something like
which
that.
some people will be like, "That's nothing. I got 500,000," but for us, that's a lot.
Hey, in 2 or 3 months of doing this work, and we all have
Yeah.
full-time jobs, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
We're making it work slowly but surely.
I was pumped. Like a month ago, I think we were at 59 or it was going back and forth between like 59 and like 63 Twitter followers, and then that was maybe 3 weeks ago, and now we got up to 81 or 82, fell back to 78, 79. I think now we're back up to 81. And then also on Facebook, when we did the Fleetwood event or Swank PR Media Day, that skyrocketed. We got 150 likes, and then it dropped like the next day to like 138.
Yeah.
But then it picked up one like every day for like 2 weeks, and then we got to 160, and then it was like 170. It was like, oh wow, now we just reached over 200. It's like, oh man, this is cool. Watching everything grow from nothing to something.
Yeah, and I mean, it's tough too, because it's like when you look at it in the broad spectrum, you see the successful YouTube shows that have actually like gotten their name out there.
Yeah.
The ones with 500,000 subscribers.
What we need
and
is
all
like
that.
some high school kid to tell us how to go about this. Because even though YouTube came out when we were in high school, I feel like the level that it's at right now and the way people use it, because they're the people who are like 16, 15, 18, whatever, don't know what it's like to not have YouTube. You know, you're growing up with it. Whereas people now, they can say like, oh, Twitter's a waste of time, Facebook is a waste of time. Those are the old dinosaurs. You know, even people that are our age. I was kind of thinking that a little bit because I got tired of it after a while. But it's completely free, and there's absolutely zero limitations when it comes to connecting to other people.
You sound a lot like my boy Gary Vaynerchuk. Yeah.
Yeah, Gary V.
Yeah.
Ask Gary V.
Yeah.
So, oh my
Shout out
God.
to him.
So side note, things to improve on in the future. 1, Neil.
He's done a great job not
Talking
saying
like this.
ums.
Yeah, no, I mean we've improved a lot. One of the things that you got to work on is the closeness to the mic.
I think you're doing a great job.
Pain in the ass.
I love it.
You're my boy,
I'm
man.
just saying, man.
This is my that's my guardian angel. This is the little guy on my shoulder.
I'm the devil.
Positivity on my left.
The purple devil.
Negativity
emoticon.
to my right.
The purple devil emoticon.
It was
I'm the peace sign and the wave emoticon and the art and the books.
Yeah.
Everything that's on my Instagram, that's on me.
You use emoticons way too.
And
I
if
love
there
them.
was an emoticon for flavor, juice, pepper, whatever, salt, I would be that person between
You'd
the
be
three of us.
salt?
Yes, you'd be the soup, you'd be the vegetables, and I would be the
Flavor.
flavor
You'd be
with
the flavor.
Yeah.
Rick's would be like the base, the broth. I'd be the vegetables. I'm like the
I can love
hardiness,
that. Yeah.
the goodness, and then you got that little extra oomph, that
Yeah.
salt and pepper.
The
You just
spice,
bring
you know?
everything out.
My guy. That's what we are.
Yeah. No, one thing that I am looking forward to next season is, like, I think that one of the things that was probably the most difficult for us with, like, the format that we ended up setting up, this interview format, which actually we hadn't planned on at the beginning. We had planned on it being something like this. I mean, just a roundtable where
It was going to be like just
shooting
the
the
three
shit.
of us shooting the shit, and then you guys having a topic for you guys to debate, and then me keeping things under control, and then the idea to introduce guests came like shortly thereafter that.
So yeah, it ended up transforming into this thing where we start getting guests, and that made it a little different because, well, I mean, we can have interesting conversations, and I think we can be a little more ourselves in the instances where we're just dealing with each other. Adding that guest component was one of those things that I think definitely helped us grow as people who are hopefully going to be able to do this for a long time to come.
My favorite thing is going to look back on this in like anywhere from 1 to 2 to 5 years, and then like, seeing myself talk about like 200 likes on Facebook, and then we have like 8,000 or like 80 followers on Twitter, and then we have like 10,000 or something crazy like that.
Yeah, it's persistence, man. That's like what
It's gonna be cool showing this to our kids. Like, like when we go, whenever that is, and hopefully that's a long time away from now. Like,
I'll be like 47. My wife and kids will be like, "Damn, Victor, you still look the same from when you were 27."
Let's hope.
Well, you know to the people
You're
who
so
are on
fresh.
the,
You're
in
so
the YouTube
stylish.
world right now.
Teach
We
us
are
your
old
ways.
people. We are like dinosaurs as it is.
Oh my god.
You know, my favorite thing about everything is the business card.
Oh yeah,
Just
I
flashing
love
out a
those
business card.
cards.
No.
Man,
But I like it because
the little things that make it seem
I
a little
like
more
it.
professional.
Well, it looks cool, but then like when you're out at the club or something like that, and someone asks what you do, or like, hey, like I'm
You're
not
at
gonna
the
give you
club.
my like I'm not gonna stand there with my phone out like a slap and take your digits. Like, here's my card. You can call me. If not, that's cool.
Yeah,
On to the next one.
it's helped you.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool having business cards.
Conversation starter.
Yeah, it's a conversation starter, and it's very interesting. Like, even when I'll go to work, I have those people who are very like, they want to know more about it. They're asking me questions, and I'm just like, yeah, here's our Facebook page, here's our channel, here's our this, here's our that. Check us out, And then you've got those, those haters who haven't really warmed up to the idea of pursuing something. I mean, obviously, we don't really care as long as they watch us or support us in some way.
You can hate us all you want. Just make sure that you.
We've
click
got
on that video.
we've got a lot of interesting things to say, and I don't know of any other YouTube channel where there's a white guy, a brother, and a half Mexican talking about real stuff out there. Like, season 1 was awesome. Season 2 is about to blow up. You guys need to tune in for real.
Yeah, and I mean, we're gonna be doing stuff in the off season too that hopefully.
I'm pumped for more roundtables like this.
Oh yeah, I mean that's where the
season
meat is.
1 aspect of things. Well, it was cool because we're doing the interviews in October through December mostly, and then we've been doing that for so long, and then we finally released an episode. So it's like a new hump or a new chapter, I guess. And it's like, oh, now we're on YouTube. Now we're doing social media, and then like now we've wrapped up the interviews, and so now it's going to be like web exclusives and focus more like on March. So it's just like constantly just like new things popping up every several weeks.
And it's trying out different things too. I mean, every week it's something.
We
different.
had an idea. Now we have equipment, mugs, shirts,
Hell yeah.
screens. We got a banner. We've got business cards.
And I think
But we've got swag.
like,
he
props,
said it,
man.
guys. He said
It's
it.
not just props either. Like the amount of work that goes into
Yeah,
making
for
all
sure.
this happen is I don't think that people really can understand. There was a period of time when I was spending like 30, 40 hours a week. I know you guys were spending a lot too, just making sure everything was taken care of so that we would have something presentable to put out there.
Yeah.
I mean, whether it was like getting these guests that we ended up getting on, which my goodness, I definitely didn't expect the diversity of people on
Yeah,
the
for
show.
sure.
And I mean, they had interesting stuff to say. I don't think that there was a single interview that we had that wasn't interesting. I mean, they were all informative in their own way. I know I've learned a lot
They're all
in
pretty
this.
different.
Yeah. I mean, so it's a lot of work, but
It's never too late to just do your own thing. Start
Yeah.
your own thing.
and I think what we try to keep in mind too is like despite all the like bumps in the road that we've had, Victor's been good at reminding us just that this is supposed to be fun. Like this is something that
Don't focus on the finish line so much that you don't enjoy the journey.
I mean, like what we're doing right now. You know, who knows how many people are going to end up
I'm-
watching it. I don't really care though. I mean, I'm
I'm loving having, I'm loving having 250 subscribers on YouTube. I'm loving having just like 80 followers on Twitter. I'd love if there were more, but like
Yeah.
you can't get hung up on stuff that doesn't matter. You know, you just got to focus on your craft. The rest to come will
Yeah.
come.
And if you believe it, you can achieve it. And I just did it again, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
I'll work on that for season 2, guys. Just
All
bear
right,
with
now
me.
let's do a quick roast. Let's just do like
The haters gonna hate.
You guys want to roast each other right
let's
quick?
just do a quick roast
All right.
real quick. Let's just do like 1 to 2. All right, Rix, you're target number 1.
All right.
Neil, go.
If you guys look at the beginning of season 1, towards the end of season 1, it looks like Rix was on the island with Tom Hanks for Castaway.
Yeah.
Like he's just been camping in the studio. That beard, ladies and gentlemen, shows how hard that my co-host has been working, despite how much
I
we
don't
give him
have enough
flack
time
for
to
who we
Doesn't
are.
have enough time to shave.
The guy has no time to shave, but he has more than enough time to make this thing a success. So we appreciate you for that.
Oh, thanks, man.
All right, now you can roast Neil.
Wait, well,
Do
are
like a
you
quick-
Gonna,
no.
Are you gonna go? Wait,
I'm gonna put
I'm a little
you.
nervous
I'm gonna
right
let
now.
Rick or you. He said the thing to you, and then you can say something to him, and then I'll just blast each of you with just like several things, and then we'll just end it right there.
All right,
No, I'm just playing.
man. Neil, you are extraordinarily hard to edit on film. I have to say, you've gotten so much better though. I mean, I've been so I don't I don't want to sound
How many?
patronizing.
What's the most ums you
like-
counted in one taping? Like 80.
But I also realize that I say annoying stuff over and over again too, so I have no room to criticize.
My
in
favorite
that
was when
area,
you said
for
to
sure.
me, like, I'm learning about you guys as I'm doing this editing, but the one thing I've learned about myself is I just don't shut the hell up. I just keep talking and talking and talking about stupid stuff.
That should count as your roast to me. Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean that's improved dramatically though. And that's been good to see. I think what I want to see is a little more of your personality because you're a little more entertaining than you appear on camera.
That's
Just
it.
saying.
That's
so
what people say.
Stay
It's
tuned
just
for season 2 because that's gonna.
It's just difficult because you don't want it to feel forced. You know,
Yeah.
you want it to be
It's
natural.
gotta be cool.
Like, and my thing is like, you don't want people to get a laugh of. We want people to laugh with us,
Organically
not laugh
funny.
at us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's what I'm trying to,
Yeah.
dance in between. You know, I mean,
Don't overthink though. Cameras aren't on.
All right, and then to put Neil on blast real quick, I remember one time I was so pissed off because I kept telling him not to speak into the mic like this, and I was wearing the headphones, and I threw him off because I thought I was gonna go deaf. I was about to yell, but I don't know who we were taping here, but the guest was here, so I didn't say anything. I was just like, just be calm.
It was
Don't
the
speak into
boy
mic.
Illinois.
Was it?
It was the
I was so pissed. All right, roast me real quick. Come on.
You can roast me again since yours was kind of nice. Yours was
Next time.
facial hair.
Next time
You
we're gonna
can,
do a real roast, like a real
God.
Comedy Central roast. This is just like
messing around.
it's just like a merry roast, man. This isn't nothing. I want to really, cook up some
You wanna
jokes
cook
and
up-
troll. No. We'll do one
You
later.
gotta-
Good.
We'll do one
Good,
later.
Good.
Yeah.
All right. Victor. I'm trying to think.
The microphone.
This what? This Caitlyn Jenner looking dude over here. You know
Me?
Yes. You kidding me?
Screw you guys.
Do you know how many times
You kidding me?
You know how many times we've gone out and guys will be like,
Oh my God, who's that attractive woman who's with you?
Vic, I'm not even gonna lie. At the Drake concert, some guys wanted to hit on you, bro. Like you had your hair flowing and everything, you know, dancing to Drake. I was like, man, that is a
my
man.
God,
Do
that
not
is
play.
brutal.
They were like, what?
Wow.
I felt like a child at that
Oh
concert. I
my
was having so much fun.
Yeah, man.
And then I
Yeah.
hopped the fence and worked my way up to like the first 5
No,
rows.
don't get it twisted, guys. This is a pure man.
You have this habit of like subtly trying to like elevate yourself. I mean, whether it's that stupid golden mic, which caused us so much problem.
That's my pimp mic, dog.
Oh my God. Well, the problem. So, in case you guys haven't seen, like Victor's mic.
The audio is so screwed up for like
Is
all
like-
the episodes because we couldn't figure out the. Well, go ahead and tell
Oh,
them.
it's like it's a professional mic that you might see on the radio. You know, it's one of those like high quality mics. The ones that we have right here, they're good. You know, they pick up sound, they do their job, but they're not the same quality as Victor's. Victor knew this. However, what he didn't know was that picked up sound like
That would pick up my microphone would pick up everyone else's sound, which is why the audio was so screwed up and it was such a pain in the
And we
ass.
didn't figure it out until like halfway through the season. And this whole time, Victor's just
There's like
you know,
switches
going
on
his
there.
merry
There's like
way
these
and-
switches on there that I didn't even know what they did. I finally figured that out, but it was just, damn, it's just green with that gold. I had to have it.
Funniest, Vic, you never saw this because like the guest is here, right where you're sitting, and
Yeah.
you're over there. And like when you knew when Victor liked the guest, he would start talking.
Oh my God.
He would start like swaying.
Some of our-
He'd
some
start
of our-
playing
some
with
of
his
our
pretty
lady
little red
guests.
hair,
Oh, yeah.
and then Ricks would just glare.
Yeah. Rick's would do what it.
times
Rick's would
where-
be like,
Oh my goodness. He would be like,
I don't remember that. Maybe that was. Maybe
I
that
would
was
be talking, and
subconscious.
then Ricks would just slide in real quick
I
and
was just
change the
like-
subject.
And like, you know, like I want Victor to like interact, you know, like I'm one of those, I'm
I
cool.
want
Like I'll
Victor
get
to
my
do-
5 minutes or 10 minutes
No,
with
he
the
can
guest.
stay over there in that corner with his stupid mic.
Oh my goodness.
He has his toys.
You
just shut up.
You guys remember when Lillian was on the show and Ricks was just like blushing the entire time? It's like the world renowned Lillian Daniel, like every positive adjective he could find to like
Yeah.
incorporate the
That was a
remember
funny
that.
episode.
Oh my God.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, and then Victor was trying to talk to her the entire time.
Well, no, I mean, like instances like that. I mean, you did talk a lot during that interview.
Yeah.
That was a great
It
interview.
was a great interview
Yeah.
because you talked so
There was a
much.
reason why I was talking so much, but I'm not going to say it.
Yeah. Yeah, so you shouldn't try to push up on the toes.
Guys, it's me.
We know we have some people in the studio that like her, Victor. Oh my goodness.
That was fun.
It's been a great season 1, man. So
Yeah. So look forward to more web exclusives. This is the first of many. And
Yeah, we may even release that original one in which we sound like dumbasses talking.
we got it.
No,
yeah.
don't do
Inappropriate
that.
topics.
Not till we're huge. Not till we're large. We won't release that for you guys yet.
Maybe we'll release some
I say, yeah, if we get to
Some
wait,
B-reel
let's set a
of us
threshold.
screwing around.
Yeah, of like get to 1,000
The best-
subscribers
the
or
best-
something
I
like
think
that.
the
2,000
best-
2,000 subscribers.
That people don't even know about is stuff that we've gotten on camera, like before our guest shows up, of us talking about things that there's no way
Oh
I
my
would
God,
talk about
we
these
would
things or use the
never-
words that I use for publication.
Yeah, there's certain B-roll that. will
But
never
there's
be
certain
released.
B-roll. It's just like I'm so happy that the audio and video is running on this conversation right now
Yeah,
for
Good
for
numbers.
our benefit and for
Yeah.
us to look at.
That's been an incredible first season. I'm excited to see where we're going in the future. So.
Okay.
For sure. All right. Well, I
So-
think that concludes this.
Wraps up season
yeah.
one.
Wrap season
one.
one.
man.
High fives. Let's do a round of high fives.
What?
Yeah,
That corny, I'm not
slap
doing
it,
that.
slap
No,
it.
no,
Come on.
No, come
Come
on. man.
on.
No, bro.
Just do a high five
come
for
on,
me.
Come on, listen.
Just do a high five.
No,
for
I'm not
me.
doing it. I'm not
How
doing
about
it.
a hug? How about
No,
a hug?
what?
How about a hug?
Listen.
Just do a high five for me, real
He's
quick.
the broth. I'm
do
the
it for
flavor.
me.
He's the vegetables.
Just do it for me
This is
real
straight
quick.
up. We are good.
Yes.
sounds-
Man, give me some. Man, come on, bro. Thank you. Right. That's definitely getting edited.
And that's a
out.
wrap. All right.
Awesome.